welcome back to Andres Array, where today we are jumping into Black Sail Season 2, Episode 3. Oh my god, we're here. The last episode we saw that Captain Flint took back his ship. The guy who was, in control of the crew made a bad choice, which led to a lot of them being killed, and they had to sink the other ship because he just wanted to prove that he was the captain and he was in control. But also that older man, which I cannot remember his name, he kind of egged him on. If you like, I rewatched it obviously because I had to edit it, and I was like, he's like egging him on, and then when the battle was being lost, he was like, "We lost the battle," like, and I'm like, dude, like, this is really like you egging that man on. Like, Captain Flint put the idea of diverting and going a different direction to make you go in the direction that you're going in. He did, it was all of a plan. But you also, like, encouraged it. So, whatever. I hope that guy gets off the ship soon. We also had more. Eleanor isn't doing good. One Eye, or Newton, I believe his name is, he killed two people. He killed his own right hand, and then he killed Eleanor's right hand. He's on a killing spree, and Eleanor went to Captain Vane and pretty much asked him to help, and she kind of threw in like that he has a ultimate prize or something like that. So that was also interesting. We also see more of a dialogue between Max and Jack. Jack has came up with this plan, which I do think is a really good plan, to pretty much steal the crew that are sleeping with the ladies in their place and build up their own crew, is what I'm assuming that he was saying. And then he could be Captain Jack, and he's allowing Anne to be with Max because he wants to make sure that she's happy. It was very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So the three of them should definitely work together. I'm hoping this episode we get to see the three of them actually work together now that we got over this hurdle that Anne likes Max. Max is still my favorite character of this show. Followed by Captain Flint. Captain Flint has done like a complete 360 in my eyes from the last season. So I'm really starting to feel him a lot more. And you get to see, like, before in season 1 with Captain Flint, to me, it seemed like he wasn't even a good fighter. And he didn't think about things. He just like secretly killed people. That's what I thought he did. But in this season, we get to see like a different side of him. We get to see his backstory, and he's actually making really smart choices to maneuver and get what he wants. I believe also in the last episode, do not quote me if I am wrong, but I'm gonna just say it anyway, so I'm so excited, that Gates, we saw him that he was on the beach and he's being held captive by somebody. I'm pretty sure that was in this episode. Everything is a blur to me. I'm watching a lot of shows, so bear with me. I should honestly write more notes, but I've been trying to do this off the whim. And as you see, I don't know people's names, and there is that. So this season so far has been really good, and I am looking forward for a lot more of Max and Flint and seeing more of this. And I do really like Newton, I believe his name is, One Eye. I really, really like his character, although he is ruthless and he is a killer and he is a villain. My ultimate wish is to see him versus Captain Vane. That's going to be epic. With that being said, let's jump into Black Sails and find out what Captain Flint has got to give. Bloop, dance time! Yes! Love it.
Herein lies the problem we face if we are to secure Nassau's future. A problem that has festered for more than a generation.
Oh my
and it's
God.
a problem most insidious.
Pirate is spelled wrong.
Illiteracy.
The one accepting bribes from pirate captains as fast as they can pay them, which garners him sympathy and support, which solidifies his position and which only fuels the underlying problem. Can't get an honest man appointed governor in the Bahamas.
The problem seems to be keeping him honest thereafter. Power over other men, and it won't be long before he realizes that the limits of that power are nowhere to be seen.
Came to make sure you two are still alive.
Oh, gosh.
Prosperous Nassau is an ocean, 100 years of history and human nature.
Oh,
A
God.
gift. One of my favorites. And you might find it helpful in dealing with my husband going forward.
That edition is in Spanish. I don't think the lieutenant speaks it.
Oh.
In his profession, you never know when it might be useful.
Well, wouldn't he need to get a Spanish-English book first? Captain Flint, please don't have any past memories with that girl.
Last item.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Powers
this.
that be have chosen a spot for our 1 mile north-northeast from the western tip of the Hog, well beyond the view of Nassau.
Why ain't there been a vote? Of a captain back into his station and he's already skirting the fun rules.
Someone must go ahead and explain so as to avoid a reactionary attack from the front.
We fly in the black, don't need identify us.
You mean behind the giant red crosses on the sails?
Uh-oh.
Hey, don't worry, we'll sort it out.
I see that he's gonna die. Captain Flint is always in, like, a corner, lurking. Back in the time when the water wasn't polluted. Wow. Are you guys playing to kill? Oh, clothesline.
Almost took my head off.
Oh. There's one eye. And Vane.
No matter where I've been, one thing is true. There's always one. The one you don't cross. It would seem readily apparent that in this place, that would be you. My arrival, I've been repeatedly provoked and harassed by the Guthrie woman. As their aggression seems to be escalating, I thought it wise to speak of this in the open. I think you and I have both seen enough of these things, so now they never end well.
What are you telling me for?
I hear you and she have a connection. I'd just like to know whether I'll have you to deal with too. And I know when confronting threats like these, I tend to be a bit of a blunt instrument. No matter how bloody this feud gets between she and I can rest soundly. Knowing you'll take no part in it.
None whatsoever.
What? He's lying.
Karma's here relies upon her. Should you move against her, you may find no shortage of new enemies on the street.
Confidence in her new venture is tepid at best. With you and the respect of my crew. Would have been a little heavier. Only she taxed us over the state of the containers.
Oh. There's no way you're gonna let him do anything to her. That's what's not gonna happen. Although, I mean, I wouldn't mind because she's irritating. Oh. She didn't come home. She's a lesbian now.
Are they still in there?
As far as I know, door wasn't open all morning.
Well, this isn't gonna be in the edit.
I'll then attempt to persuade him to assign the bulk of his crew and his ship to sail in consort with us. We'll be on our way back to the Urca wreck within a matter of days.
Why is this request coming from you, Captain Flint?
When in doubt, truth is a good place to start. I've noticed that the berths for the Vanguard are less than ideal. To have them set in here, give the men a little more space to breathe. The ship belongs to all of us. This seems a way to ensure that we all benefit from it equally.
Next time someone raises a pistol towards you, well, the Vanguard has a rooting interest.
Oh my God.
Ferries anyone to and from the island. The men will resist. Then you resist them right back. They all know where it is, and they all know that its defenses are weakened. To whatever extent you're comfortable competing with a dozen other crews to retrieve that gold.
He's in charge again. You gotta get rid of him.
You understand what I'm asking you to do?
Go back and watch the goal.
Return to Division Bay. Approach from the south. Stay inland and out of sight. Plan our final assault to secure the gold. Is that clear? Go.
I like this.
They're the only ones who didn't ask for more than I offered. So they had that in their favor.
You're bringing something to read. It isn't for me.
Who's it for? Oh God. She's my least favorite character.
You and I have never shared more than a few words, and yet I feel like we're old friends. James talks about you all the time. Captain Flint. He's told me what you've accomplished in this place. with those men.
Well, she lost power.
Do you know what he told me about you?
What's that?
Nothing. When I ask him, all I get is a shrug or a laugh. Or is it possible that you're so unremarkable as to resist any further description than that?
Sheesh, Eleanor. You're in her house.
You betray our trust. You cause almost irreparable damage as a result.
Girl, do you need more enemies?
With Mr. Underhill, the man sheltering my shit of a father as we speak.
It's true I've joined Pastor Lambrick's congregation and that Mr. Underhill is a member.
And I'm forced to wonder what exactly it is you hold over Flint that makes everything I've seen possible.
Right.
I'm sorry, I saw the look on his face the last night he left this place, and I beg to differ.
I don't know which one I don't like more.
You perceive the effects of Captain Flint's demons. I know the things they whisper to him at night. That within his chorus of torments, none of them look or sound like me.
Bloop. Mic drop.
But after the damage you've caused, I know what you owe me, and I've come here to collect. Acquiring the partnership of a plantation the size of Mr. Underhill's could help bolster commerce on my side of the island. Considering your new friendship, I would like for you to help arrange a meeting.
That's all you had to say, girl.
Will you do it?
I'll try.
Why couldn't Eleanor just come in there and just be like, listen, girl, I'm not really feeling you, but I need your help.
Friend was right. The men will expect some time in town before we depart. In my reckoning, we got a week, 2 at the most, before King Philip takes his gold back.
Oh, so we're in the new village. Wait.
At least you won't have a hard time finding it. Isn't that Honagold's flag?
Oh, they're back at the bay. Things have changed, y'all. Have changed.
What happened here?
Where was he when Eleanor needed him? I forgot about him. Max! Watch out. Captain Vane not like you. At all.
So once again, a place where men come with coins in their pockets and secrets in their heads. And I hear you're the one doing the collecting. Not here to stop it. Your place. Do as you like. New crew on the island. Captained by a man named Lowe. They're hiding something of great value. Seeing as his crew makes frequent use of your girls.
Huh.
The other day I had a moment with Eleanor. Told her all the things I wanted to say to her for so long. And I saw that it shook her. And I felt happy. The urge to go after her and hold her again. It's amazing, isn't it, the spell she cast on us?
What are you talking about?
And all the captain was talking about were the awful things he'd like to visit upon Eleanor Guthrie's quest. I assume you've heard the same thing? The only question that remains is what difference does it make what his cargo is worth? Suppose if the value is great enough, it would give you pretense to move against him and call it business.
Go ahead, Max.
Going to assume we have an agreement.
The money is generous, but I'd rather have something else from you. Your former shipmates, they wish to sail again under their own banner.
Oh.
But upon them, their prospects will remain dim. I'd like you to remove it.
Oh.
I found a way to stop
Smart.
caring about her. Would you like to know how?
No.
Aw. I really like him.
Can you understand what happened to the last man who held that job?
Yes, ma'am.
He said the captain put a sword in his mouth. I know him, ma'am. I knew his sister before they put us on the ship. You asked me to bring one I would trust with my life. This is him.
You trust him. Why are they so quiet? Captain Flint! Captain Flint, she needs your help.
I led myself to believe that I would either never see you again or that all our problems would be solved.
I'd like to go back and retrieve the gold. Refit, hire a consort to finish the job. When I had some place to bring it all back home to. Before the bay fell into the hands of a madman.
Eleanor Guthrie would never be so wantonly reckless with the security of this place.
I understand your concern, but
you?
he and his men were firmly positioned up there and threatening to sink every ship in the bay the moment we made any move against him.
So you did nothing?
Pretty much.
Every ship in the bay. He just sunk a few ships in the bay, and it would have been a price worth paying.
You weren't here. He has no interest in disrupting the flow of trade.
You look me in the eye and that if I brought the Urca gold back here past those guns, he wouldn't use his position to rob me of every last ounce of it.
He's waiting.
In the moment, it was clear that the sacrifice it would have taken to get him out of that fort was simply too great.
And now she's in a worse predicament.
Spanish warship fell upon us. Before we'd found our way to the Urca.
At that point, Mr. Gates' faith in our mission, his faith in me, was lost.
Uh-oh.
And see my plans, your plans, evaporate. I stopped him.
Oh.
What did you do?
You killed him.
What was necessary. And that there is no sacrifice too great to secure that future.
I thought you and I were in agreement about that.
I'm sorry you were put to that choice. I know what he meant to you.
So we are in agreement then. He must be removed from that fort.
Oh my god.
You've been through hell. There's nothing about any of this that can't wait till tomorrow.
Y'all should work together to get rid of One Eye.
I saw her today. I know you and her didn't part on pleasant terms, and perhaps if you went to see her today...
Yeah, don't mention her, please.
Lieutenant, it's rather cold out here.
I beg your pardon, please come in. It's very generous of you to come visit me, but perhaps I could now escort you back to your carriage.
Are you familiar with Jonathan and Margaret Gray, Lieutenant?
Who?
Where they hold one of the largest collections of Egyptian artifacts in all of Europe. I thought perhaps today you'd join me in viewing them as my guest. Why wouldn't it be a good idea? Would you not enjoy my company?
'Cause you're married.
Are you happy, Lieutenant?
Happy?
Oh god, here she goes, speaking in riddles.
Between the degree of one's happiness and the concern one suffers for what the neighbors think. I know what's said about me behind my back. And I suspect, given the look on your face, you've heard them too.
When you set sail, my friend had his ear, and you were ballast. How can you stand so close to him, knowing what he's capable of, and sooner or later you'll be next?
That's right, Gates was his friend.
I don't know where our loyalties lie.
Told you as much. Either we act now to remove him, or no one will.
Every day wasted dealing with this is a day closer to losing that gold.
Then I suggest we act quickly.
What y'all gonna do?
And as for Captain, while you're looking at him,
Oh man.
3 things are known to be true. Number 2 is Jack Rackham's a crew killer. I admire your optimism.
Public display of reconciliation. Mr. Hammond, we hardly knew you. Look at the two of you. Every reason to run screaming from each other. You'll either be the death of each other, or we'll all end up working for you someday.
Why? Why now?
Max. Yes.
I know what love's called.
No shit. Stand up.
Oh, she was gonna protect him.
Well, that did. Congratulations, Jack. Now you know what it's like to rise from the grave.
Max just helped y'all.